hello, how are you today? I'm Sue from The Spiritual Alchemist, and I thought we might get some cards today. If you don't know, if you're new here and you don't know what I do, I am a tarot reader. I have read tarot for a long time. I teach tarot as well, so I love the symbolism of tarot. I am a medium as well. I've trained medium, and I'm also a crystal shamanic healer and facilitator. So I teach that as well. Most of my readings are a combination of everything. It all just comes together and becomes whatever it needs to become, and we just go there. So I thought today we'd just get cards are flying out. Just get some clarity around where you're at the moment, okay? And my readings are timeless readings, unless I'm doing like an energy report for the world or something, for the world's energy or collective energy. That will be more sort of specific for a time frame, but at the moment, today we're just going to do a timeless reading. So if you get this in 3 months and that's where you're at, this will be relevant for then. So you'll see it when you need to see it. Wheel of Fortune's out as well. There's I've got a few cards out already. So life's a bit hectic. Feels like it's a bit hectic, a bit sort of all over the place. Which is, it feels like a juggling act, and it feels like the mind is getting involved, and it is a little bit difficult in that respect. Sorry, I just put my phone on silent so that I don't get interrupted. Beautiful. Ace of Wands and Queen of Wands. So fire sign women, fire sign men, this is your feminine aspect. It can also be any other star signs aspect for life, work, everything you're passionate and have purpose about. So potentially there's, a new beginning coming that you kind of can't quite see within your life at the moment, and I'm talking across the board for everybody, a new beginning that you've been trying to juggle and trying to get to the surface, but it hasn't something has been stopping it from coming up. And, caught it. Very much it's showing me that it's from seeds that you've manifested. It's from little drops of inspiration, little drops of thought that have come into you. Oh, I'd love to do this, or I'd love to do that. And it shows me that it is all actually coming to the surface. And this feels like it's been over quite some time as well. It feels like it's been over a big chunk of time. And that you're sort of sitting here at the moment, your head's very involved, and you're going, well, which way do I bloody go? And how do I shift and change that to move forward? So I know that I just know that you're ready for this, 100% ready. Feels like you've been sort of sitting on this roller coaster of every day is every day, and it's sort of a bit Groundhog Day sort of feel to it, and you've just been going through the motions, but real action and real passion and purpose are coming to the surface. So it shows me that you're about to catapult forward. Nice. We've got the Ace of Swords that's out as well, so real clarity around what that looks like. For some of you also, there is a massive spiritual shift happening as well. I just want to show you these. I've got these three out. So we've got the King and Queen of Wands out, Ten of Wands, and the Sun. So beautiful, joyous, happy, beautiful cards. So both masculine and feminine energies of the fire sign energies are out. So really looking at all aspects of our career, our life, anything that we feel is our purpose, trying to find your life purpose. It is everything. It is your day-to-day living. It is your day-to-day job. It is outside all your hobbies, your passions, your purpose. Some people just, do spiritual stuff as their hobby, or, just something that they like to do on, on weekends or after work. What it's showing me is that you're actually sort of being propelled into more of a stepping into that spirituality and that life, that passion, that purpose. And that passion could be that, you know, if you're a man, you have a love for a sport and you want to actually start coaching it, or you know, having a bit more input, getting on the board of the team, or the team manager. It's putting your passion or your purpose in there a little bit. It might be that your passion is riding on weekends, but you want to actually go, you know, overseas and follow a tour, a bicycle tour around, and do all the legs with them, but not actually be in the race. It's just something that has got you, that you kind of want to do in this lifetime. And it's sort of, right this minute, what I'm hearing is that life's just too short. You know, if you want to go do the tour, go do the tour. If you want to step in deeper spiritually, you know, like, what is it that you want? And it's something that you've been wanting and dreaming and wishing for a long time. So just don't ignore that little voice that's going, hey, let's go, let's do this, you know, because it's up for grabs. And it will be a whole new way of living, you know, like you really come back feeling purposeful and feeling like you've done something or you've achieved something, where it gets you off that day-to-day grind of just going round and round in circles, because that's just hard. It's hard work. It feels overwhelming. It feels draining. It has no no energy at all to it. I want to get you moving, you know, like, don't make me come kick you up the bum, because I will if I have to, you know, like, there's just, take that thing that you're wanting to do and run with it. Scary? Feels risky, feels, you know, the adrenaline's going, I can feel that. There's a little bit of pitter-patter in my chest, so there's a bit of anxiety and stuff as well, but yeah, it's part of your growth. It's part of who you are. It's part of what's next for you, you know, like, let's tick that box. It could just be the smallest of things, you know, that will turn out to be the biggest achievements of your life. And those kind of core memories that you never ever forget, and that actually change your life for the future. So why are you holding back? No more holding back. And you know what? I listen to this as well, you know, because I am a reader. I've been a reader for a long time, and I'm very aware of what's being said out of me and to my clients. I'm very aware of what that is, because at some point of that, or some part of that, it will be me in there as well, you know. So I'm still human too. So I will take on board this as well, because I've got things that I want to do that are coming up to fruition, and it's time, you know. The planets have aligned, the stars have aligned, everything is ready. It's time to get going. So for you, what's holding you back? You know, I feel like you've done the research. I feel like you've, you know, put in the time, the research, whatever you need to do. I feel like you've done all that. To me, what holds back is perhaps financial. I have a couple of big financial cards out, but not bad financial cards. They're very good. They're supported by very good cards. So I know that financially it will be beneficial for you. Financially, it will be affordable for you as well. You know, you don't have to go in whole hog. You can go in on a different level, where you might want this gold ticket experience. You can come in underneath and get probably a better experience, a more grounded, more down to earth kind of experience. Yeah, this is also what I'm feeling around this, is that it is something past life connected that you have either done as a career in a past life, or you've done or been to, you know. It's something like, you know, around that sort of feeling, that it's very connected back there, in the sense that you've seen it, done it, experienced it, and loved it, and your soul is pulling you and pushing you to that same experience again in this lifetime. You know, years ago we went to the UK, and we got to go to Stonehenge, and for me that was been on my bucket list for a long time. But we got to go to Stonehenge on the winter solstice, so we got to go into the circle, and back then you were able to touch the rocks, you were able to sit at the base of a rock, you were able to see everything, and with it being the winter solstice, there was lots of ceremonies. So the Druids were there doing their, playing out their ceremonies. There were just all different, pagan people. There was red ladies that were there. It was just every kind of spiritual culture was there, and it was the most amazing day. But getting out of the coach, walking onto the ground, it was coming home. I knew I'd been there before. I could hear music as we were walking, and it wasn't playing. I said to my husband, can you hear that music? And he's like, no. I'm like, it was very much a place I'd been to before and had some sort of spiritual experience. So to go back there as me, it was a once in a lifetime experience, and it just, the stars aligned, we booked our trip. I looked into it. There was a tour pretty much the next day after we arrived. It was just, bought the tickets, got an email, had to be at this location. It was all very dodgy, but it was exactly how it panned out. There was no communication other than that. And we turned up and got on our coach, and off we went, and it was the best day. We went to Salisbury Cathedral as well and saw the Magna Carta, the only Magna Carta, and that was a bonus. I wasn't expecting to see that. We saw also in Salisbury, it's either the first calendar or the first clock on a wall. It was just a phenomenal day, but a very, very familiar day to my soul. I got home and it was just like that kind of ticked some big boxes, and I'll never forget it. But I don't have that yearning to get back there again. That whole experience sits deep in my heart. We have beautiful photos of around the stones. We were there for sunrise, so it started dark and then the sun came up and revealed everything. So it was pretty spectacular kind of day. And what I'm looking at here is exactly that for you. Not the same experience, but whatever it is that's stirring in your soul, it's here, it's time. Everything has been, kind of coming up to the surface, and you might have been researching it and stuff, but it's actually here right now for you. And it just feels like it's a once in a lifetime experience, and it's time to actually grab it with both hands and run with it. Don't walk, run. Just let it unfold, because it brings you back home after whatever that experience is. It brings you back home more grounded, more calm, more aligned, more feeling like this is you. You have real clarity in your life. You have real direction, real purpose. Why wouldn't you want that for yourself? So it could be as small as just changing your career, or it could be a big, once in a lifetime trip. Your soul is calling you, and you've already gone through enough in the last several years. I want to say, long time. I just feel like the last few years have been really, really tough. And I feel like it's time that experience you've been going through, that toughness is almost at an end, and this will complete the journey. So really, really, really hope you take that on board today. There's no more cards coming out, so I don't know what I'm shuffling. I'm actually going to get a couple of little charms. I had to upgrade my charm box. This is just, I got some more charms and I wouldn't fit in my other little tin. So I got charms that were like mini tarot cards. I've got charms, all kinds of things, but I got some that are inspirational words as well. Colours, letters of the alphabet, so that, you know, if it's the letter, whatever letter comes up, if that's for you or if you can understand that. It could be someone in spirit. Whatever that is, allow it to be. And talking about letters, we have the letter A. Oops, and it's just a little letter A, and it's just fallen back in, and I'm not about to dig it out again. So yeah, there could be someone in spirit with the letter A. It could be the beginning of whatever it is you're passionate about and want to try. It could be, you know, your best friend's name. If it's a name of someone on this earth living, just contact them saying, hey, how are you? Are you okay? We have the star. Oops, there we go. The star card is, in the tarot, is the Dreams and Wishes card. It's the card for Aquarius, and it is the card for the planet Uranus. And Uranus has just stepped in and started doing a new rotation. So once in a lifetime kind of experience with Uranus. So just harness whatever it is, you know, jump into whatever you need to jump into. I've got the elephant out as well. Beautiful little elephant. Elephants are very much community, they're family. Finding your community might be what you're looking for, what you've been hoping for spiritually. We all need our little community. So if you're looking, don't doubt or second guess the direction you've been pushed in. It might be outside your box, but it will be exactly what you need. The word dream is out as well. Dare to dream. Do it big, you know, do it wise, do it however you want to do. I've got a little moon pendant. Oh, that fell on my computer. Let me pick it up. Little crescent moon. So your intuition, trust, really trust yourself, trust your intuition, get your head out, hand on heart, breathe, trust yourself. What I love is the cross. The cross is your faith. It is whatever faith you believe. It can be religious faith, it can be personal faith. For me, when I see the cross, the high priestess has a cross on her heart, and it is her personal faith. You know, it is her trusting and believing in herself enough to actually make some big steps forward. So when I see a cross, I see that as my faith in me. You know, I back myself. I have my own back. It is, I will be okay. I don't need validation or anything from anybody else. I just need to be true to myself. So find out what your faith is. You know, I was raised in, you know, as a Catholic person, but my faith is spiritual, and it's me. I believe in me. You know, it's taken a lot of years to get to there, but I have complete faith that I'll show up where I need to show up. So really address your faith. We've got the angel wings. It's just so spirit is watching over you. Your guardian angels, your guides, your ascended masters, and your beautiful loved ones in spirit are behind you 100%. Let them guide you, you know, like really, really let them guide you. Ask for their help, you know, please, I need your help. Help me with this, help me with that. We have the chalice, and for some this will be indicative of a meaning, whether it's Chalice Wells or going to the tour or Glastonbury, or whether that is a celebration for you. You know, it could be going to Italy to do wine tours or something like that. Allow this to be whatever it needs to be for you. When I see a chalice, this is celebration. I know what's coming is going to be good. So, you know, do not doubt yourself. We have the beautiful star. The star, you know, never stop dreaming, never stop looking up and looking for something bigger and more purposeful. And again, the star in the tarot is the Dreams and Wishes card. So allow yourself just to, feel that vision, feel that, you know, feel that dream. We have the tiny little tree of life, as above, so below, as within, so without. You know, allow yourself to be rooted in the earth, grounded and connected to spirit. Get out of this. The head is a bad place to go. It gets too busy and it can tell you where, you know, it can take you to places that you don't need to go to. So really stop it. I've got one more left, but I just went, oh, I just got to pick something else. And it's funny because this is a flower. It's a red flower, you know, so it shows me you're blooming, you're blossoming. It's a bit, probably looks orange, but it is red. You know, you're blooming, you're blossoming, you're coming, you know, you're coming out to be seen. And then I put my hand in and thought, I'll just get something else. And I got a rose, so another flower. And, you know, it's on a stem, so that's standing tall. So there's pride, there's blossoming, there's blooming. It's just, you're changing. You're going to be a different person to who you used to be. And I love the flower symbolism because it is growth, you know, it's the blossoming after the adversity. It can be the blossoming after the growth. And you've all been through the growth. So we are coming up to blossom. Beautiful cards. Beautiful little charms as well. And yeah, don't ever forget that, you know, you're the creator of your own life. You don't have to live in anyone else's life. And the more you can take control of your life and do you, the more enjoying, you know, the more enjoyable it will be. That's all I've got for today. Take care. I hope it resonates. Have a little think about things. Go take a leap of faith in a direction that you might have a little bit of fear. But really trust in everything, you know, trust in where you're at, trust in where you're going, have faith in yourself, okay? Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.